Now it's time for a party on the patio, brought to you by Outdoor Living at Morris Home Furnishings. This morning we're talking about south of the border, channeling a little Mexico with Chef Chris from the Kettering Kroger Fresh Fare. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, and you know it's a party when you're getting hit in the head with a cactus balloon.
You can't go wrong with that.
I know. We're excited. Everyone, especially in the summertime, really loves the chips, salsa, margaritas, and of course you need something to dip those chips in. That's why we're making guacamole.
Yes, it's the fresh made guacamole, quite simple to do. All fresh ingredients that we carry at the produce department and your local Kroger, and it's easy and simple to do.
All right, let's get us started. First, you obviously have to do a lot of chopping to get the preparation ready.
And it's not too bad, but you get some tomatoes and you do a small dice of the tomato.
And which kind did you use? Because I'm always confused. There's so many choices in Kroger as to if you should get the little cherry tomatoes, the Roma tomatoes, the big Romano tomatoes.
Your preference, and particularly if you're growing your own tomatoes, use whatever you're growing. But these are the Roma tomatoes. They have a little bit more meat to them, a little less juice, and a little less seed. So everything can go in there without the guacamole actually becoming watery.
Okay, that's a good tip for folks at home. Then you also have some jalapenos?
I have jalapenos, but if you like it spicier, you can definitely use a habanero or a poblano or anything of that nature. I've seeded it, so if you like it spicy just with the jalapenos, leave the seeds in.
And then obviously we need the cilantro, which is what you're handling now.
Yes, and it's just a fresh pick of the leaf, and then you'll do a rough chop on that right before you're putting it into the guacamole. And then I've already taken the the avocado, I've seeded it, and I have taken the peel off. You could either do a fresh squeeze on this, just mush it up together, or you can do a chop. It depends on how rustic and how chunky you'd like your guacamole to be.
And let's talk about how to pick the right avocado, because usually there's a big container of them, and when you grab them, you're not sure exactly which one. This one feels a little soft to the touch. Is that what I should be looking for?
Yes. You don't really want any brown spots, although some avocados will have the brown spot, but you can tell the difference between a brown and maybe a bruise. So you don't want a bruise. You want a nice texture to it. That way it isn't hard as a rock, and you're actually going to be able to make a good guacamole with it.
All right, let's go ahead. Is this the bowl we're putting in?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to put the tomato in.
Does it matter what order you put the ingredients in?
No, because you're mixing it all up together anyway.
Good point. Now for the jalapeno.
Jalapeno. And as I said, we're just going to take the avocado. We're just going to go a little chunky, but a little squeeze.
I think it helps that you have gloves on when you're doing that.
Yes.
Or else you're going to get avocado everywhere.
And it's not a product that's getting cooked, so you definitely want to use gloves so that you can keep everything nice and sanitary for yourself.
And then you do have some limes cut up for us over here. So after you get done doing that, the next step is to squeeze the limes, or you put the cilantro in first?
Cilantro will go in, and then the limes, and then season with salt and pepper.
Is that just it? No other flavors, spices between the salt and pepper?
Depending on what you want to do, but this is a very simple, generic, classic recipe on guacamole, but you could add cumin, coriander, any things of that nature that you might have in your cabinet.
Great advice for folks watching, our friends at home this morning. Throughout the next couple hours, we're going to have a lot more with you out here on the patio. What else are we making? Give us a little preview.
Oh, we have a quesadilla we're going to make for you.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. Can you tell me what type of meat?
Chicken.
Oh, chicken quesadilla. I know I'm hungry. That sounds great. We also have a singing sensation, so keep it here for the party on the patio. We are rocking on a Friday.
We're partying on this patio. It's brought to you by Outdoor Living at Morris Home Furnishings. We are with a special musical guest. Now, we've been saying singing sensation. We apologize. So I'm here right now with Hayden C Jackson. So great to meet you. This guy, check it out, is going to be performing with John Legend's mother. First off, that is amazing, but I can't also dismiss this lovely woman. This is Xenia Mayer. You're going to be Marsha Bayless. Thank you so much for coming out as well. First, Hayden, look at this man. Look at how well dressed he is. I can't pull off a bow tie like this. He's got the pocket square. Oh yeah, and these shoes. Hayden, where did you get the style, first of all, before we get into your music?
I think I would say I got my style from my parents all of the years.
And, through all these years, you've just been up and coming. How did you get the opportunity to play with John Legend's mother? This is amazing. The Legends are just such a historical musical family.
Well, through the years, they attended church with my parents, and they grew a relationship through all of that.
And you also grew a relationship with this infamous mayor / principal / neighbor. How did this go?
Well, she was my first principal, as a matter of fact.
First principal? Okay, so how did this come about? Well, first off, you had quite the career, and you two have just been growing up together, so this is wonderful. But tell me about how this guy's just flourished, how he's got to this point to be such a pretty much a musical phenomenon.
Well, if you knew Hayden as a child, you always knew he was going to be great. He was very precocious, always exciting, and just had wonderful things that we knew he was going to do.
And he has done great things. Like, how proud are we what's going to be going on this weekend?
Oh, we're so proud, and I'm so proud that I'm a member of this group, of the choir that Hayden directs. And I tell everybody, we finally switched roles. He used to take orders from me, and now I take orders from him.
See, it's amazing how the roles are reversed. And Hayden, how do you feel about this? What's your rebuttal?
I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure you love it. It's always great when you get a little more empowerment. But now here's the thing is I can't wait to hear you here. We're going to get some singers going. You're going to be just tickling the keys as you may. So that's going to be coming up very soon. Hayden, thank you so much. But I want to give some information because this is going to be amazing. We're going to give you a treat in the next half hour. But the farewell concert is going to be this Sunday night at 5, and that is going to be in the XENIA Church of the Nazarene on West 2nd Street in Xenia. The concert is free. Hayden is going to be performing the next half hour, and I am so excited. It's like, look at this well-dressed man, and we got mayors, we got well-dressed guys. This is a great time, and Kroger's also cooking, but we also need to wake up this morning. Let's grab a cup of Tim Hortons coffee. We're going to see you right after the break. Thanks for joining us here on Fox 45 in the morning. We got so much more in store.
Welcome back. We are partying on the patio, brought to you by Outdoor Living at Morris Home Furnishings. And this Friday morning, we're heading south to the border to Mexico. Chef Chris Alexander is here with us from Kettering Kroger Fresh Fare. And how you doing this morning?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad the rain is holding off a little bit.
It's turned out to be a beautiful morning.
It has. And you have made some quesadillas for us. And when I walked up, I was like, these are so cool that they're already folded and beautiful. I made them a little different way, but this is a better way to do it.
Well, and the way you're doing it is perfectly fine, where you have one tortilla, the ingredient, and then the other tortilla. But this makes it a little easier for the home cook if you're doing it inside on a saute pan or outside on the grill. You're not going to lose the ingredients.
Very cool. And what ingredients do we have in there? Because I remember seeing a fruit.
Yes, we have mango in it, just to talk about it. So we have mango, chicken, it's pulled rotisserie chicken. We have diced red onion. We have the mozzarella cheese. We have the jalapeno, diced tomato, cilantro, and we actually have a little bit of hot sauce, honey, and brown mustard that we kind of coat the inside with.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And are those the optimum ingredients to put in your quesadilla? I guess the cool thing about quesadillas is you can put anything in them.
Exactly right. You can put anything in a quesadilla. But,
and you know what's interesting is down in Mexico they have dessert quesadillas where they put caramel, chocolate, and fruit inside of them. But I kind of like the savory kind.
Well, you can't go wrong with anything. But if you want dessert, then fine. You can have a whole quesadilla meal.
There we go. All right. And so also we are talking about cactuses. I know that's a little weird, but you guys actually do sell the paddles from a cactus at Kroger, right?
We do. It can be found in your produce section. And the cactus paddle can be used in a lot of soups. It can be used in salsas. It can be used even in a salsa dish.
Maybe in a quesadilla.
Correct.
Very cool. All right. So on the grill this morning, you, of course, grilled this. Now, can people do a quesadilla in the oven as well?
You can, depending on how hot your saute pan is, you can brown and then finish off in an oven. Or if you're doing multiple to keep them warm, certainly keep them warm in an oven that way.
Cool. Awesome. Chef, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, yep, got the glove.
We'll do the elbow.
Wow, you're so polite. Okay, thank you so much, Chef.
Well, welcome back, everyone. We are partying on the patio. It's brought to you by Outdoor Living at Morris Home Furnishings. This is what I've been looking forward to. Hayden C Jackson, piano extraordinaire. I just heard you just playing these keys. There we go. That was an A minor. I know, I nailed it first off. So we are here because you have this wonderful concert. It's a farewell concert. You're playing with John Legend's mother. How amped are you? How excited are you?
I'm very excited.
And listening to you, you're fantastic. How long have you been playing?
Since I was 8.
Since you're 8, and he is 19 years old. I messed it up. And happy birthday, belated birthday. His birthday was on June 2nd. Well, you don't want to hear me talk. We want to hear you play. Just tickle these keys and just play those sweet melodies for the people back home. Let's do this, Hayden. Smooth jams. Amazing. Wow. Your fingers are like lightning, by the way. We had flashes of lightning that weren't as quick as you were just going, right? That was incredible. So, like, what can people expect at this concert that's going to be over in XENIA on Sunday?
Well, they can expect something like that and a little bit more. A lot of lively church things going on, so it's a lot of fun.
And we're also going to have a choir, I think, that's going to be serenading with you?
Yes, just about a 50-voice choir.
Oh, only 50 voices, no big deal. You know what? Wipe the songs off your shoulder, my friend. So this is going to be an amazing event, and that was fantastic. So it's only going to take me 11 years to be able to play like that?
That's it.
How many hours a day did you play?
I tried to do 3 hours a day. It didn't work out too well, so just however I wanted to.
Well, obviously, you put in some good time, and it's definitely going to be worth your while if you want to be able to check out my new best friend, Hayden. We're now Twitter followers, by the way. Thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm up to 670. I'm almost up to Megan Mongello's. But, all right, so if you want to go see Hayden, I definitely suggest it. So it is going to be over in XENIA. What you can do is you check out the farewell concert. Again, this is with John Legend's mother. That's absolutely amazing. That's going to be Sunday night at 5 o'clock at the XENIA Church of Nazarene, and that's going to be on West 2nd Street in XENIA. The concert is absolutely free. Get out there, sir. That was amazing. Play us out real quick. Let's head back inside. Smooth jams. Loving it.
That guy is awesome, and they're Twitter pals now.
The BFFs for life.
There you go.
All right, back after the patio. Party on the patio this morning brought to you by Outdoor Living at Morris Home Furnishings. It's time to have some fun with a little comedy. We think comedy is in our forecast here. Anyway, Bert Kreischer is here. This guy does it all. Comedy Central, Travel Channel, but surely nothing tops the list, Bert, more than Fox 45 in the morning, I'm assuming.
Oh, this is the perfect venue for comedy, too. Humid, the sun's cresting over that building. I'm going to start getting sunburnt in a second.
You got food out here. You got...
I've already got heartburn.
Bert, this is a party, Bert.
This is the greatest. I'm going to regret this. I've had like 4... I feel like he's trying to date me. I've had like 4 quesadillas. He's putting mustard in them. Oh...
Those are Chris Mulcahy's quesadillas. Speaking of that, got to tell that Chris Mulcahy, Florida State grad, Bert Kreischer, Florida State grad, 1997, you're named the biggest party college kid in America. That's true, right?
Yeah, I was the #1 party animal in the country. I was there for the 90s. I got to college when grunge started, and grunge was out when I left.
You're like on the 6.5-year plan?
6.5 years, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Rolling Stone wrote an article, called me the #1 party animal in the country, changed my life. Oliver Stone optioned the rights to my life. I moved to New York to start doing stand-up. Within doing stand-up 6 months, Will Smith discovered me. And now I'm a 41-year-old man. I just wrote a book called Life of the Party. It's at bookstores. Go get it. You can get it at bertbertbert.com. And of telling all my tales of getting involved with the Russian mafia and robbing a train. And
yeah, all the criminal activity that you've admitted to in this book. That is that's a classic tale, though. You had your fun in college for 6 years, and then you're probably more successful than those overachievers that did it in 3.5. Right?
Hey, I'll tell you, I know what Matt Kaiser's doing. Still selling carpets in East Georgia, Matt? I was definitely the Cinderella story. No one thought I'd ever have a job, have kids, have a family, and I'm a happy, well-adjusted guy with good liver results. I just got my blood work back. It's doing good.
Okay, good to know. Speaking of Cinderella, You got your toenails painted.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, just made me think of that. But those are due to your daughters, right?
Yeah, I took my daughters, and I obviously have a show on Travel Channel called Trip Flip.
Nice shade of blue.
That's Isla. At the last minute, I picked a manly shade of blue, and she stands up at the mani-pedi and goes, "Swapsies." I was like, "Swapsies? Everyone gets a new color, Dad." And I was like, I picked out manly. But they'd seen my show on Travel Channel, and they'd seen me swim with sharks, and they wanted to swim with sharks. And I wanted them to do it because it's one of the coolest things I've ever done. And I said, "Let's do it." And Isla said, "I'll do it if you get a mani-pedi with me."
All right. And you did it.
Like,
Hey, Trip Flip on Travel Channel, you just got renewed on that show. They allow you to do whatever you want, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
they don't put the reins on you, do they?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, I was in Denver yesterday for a pre-production meeting about what we're going to do for season 4, and it was maybe one of the greatest days. They literally just said, "Give me 14 places you want to go in the world, and then give me about 100 activities you've never done but you've always seen." So I'm literally just on YouTube going, "I want to do this. I want to go bungee jumping off of the top of a stadium."
Hey, folks, this is what 6 years of college does for you. He travels the world. He has a blast. He does whatever he wants. He's got 4 shows this weekend in Dayton, which is the highlight of your career, really. It's a funny bone. I want to take a look at the times now. Friday night, 2 shows. Tonight, tomorrow, 2 more shows, 1 more show on Sunday. Good to have you back in Dayton.
Hey, thank you so much. This is a blast. I'm going to go get heartburn and eat more quesadillas.
Right. All right. Oh, well, at least you have a comfortable spot to sit, Bert. All right.
I think Megan might have found a boyfriend.
Or a very nice guy. And I have to say, everyone matches back there. Blue, this is like we planned this family photo.
What happened to Casual Fridays, guys? I'm the only one that looks fat in this.
Only the salespeople are allowed casual Fridays. We have to still look good.
Allowed to do that. Hey, you want to talk about your show at the Dayton Funny Bone again?
Oh, yeah.
That's you.
Guys, I'll be drinking in 8 hours.
It features comedy, right?
Yeah, it's stand-up comedy. A lot of storytelling. My shirt might come off. Should be fun.
Wow.
Yeah, come to the late show. No, I can promise nothing.
And actually, I saw a tweet about some waxing of body hair that you had done.
Yeah, it's my funniest thing I've ever done. I got a full Brazilian wax.
Everything.
Everything.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to YouTube.
Even the
Is that on
winker.
YouTube?
Yeah. Oh, it's on YouTube.
Wow. We're going to have to YouTube that. Hey, you want to give a shout out to Kroger?
Yeah, thanks, Kroger, for being in the house. They're making quesadillas or quesadillas, depending on where you come from. You know, this is how you pronounce it. Want to thank Bert Kreischer, who is a comedian and was actually funny, which is a good thing, Bert. His blue toenail polish. We might want to end the show with that little shot right there. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you later.